Hey guys, 178 out here. Hope you are well. First off, apologies for any sniffling. I don't know what it is, but every time I sit down to record one of these things, I end up sniffling. So I've come prepared this time. I've got box tissues. I've got some hand sanitizer. So I'm ready to go. Let's get straight into the topic that I want to talk about today, which is Twitch partnership requirements. Or more accurately, should there be requirements to maintain the partnership, and if you don't hit those maintenance requirements, you should lose your partnership. That's pretty much what I want to talk about today. Kicked off a few weeks ago when Discord announced new partnership requirements as well as maintenance requirements and things that you must continue, figures and statistics that you must continue to hit in order to be a Discord partner. Now, this sent certain sections of the internet into a tiz. Sorry, I'm just going to have a sip of drink. Saying that this was unfair, that you shouldn't lose your Discord partnership just because you're not hitting certain numbers. And my immediate reaction really was, well, why not? Why should a partnership, in terms of whether it be Discord, Twitch, or whatever, why should that be an infinite thing regardless? Because I don't think it should be. I think, And then I don't think it should be for a number of reasons, which I hope to sort of outline during this video, and hopefully by the end of it, whether you agree or not, hopefully you might be able to see as to why I think there should be. So let's get into it. Let's get into this. Let's start. Okay, let's just start with a dictionary definition. Okay, so I'm getting this from dictionary.com. Okay, so dictionary.com describes partnership as the following. Noun. 1. The state or condition of being a partner. Participation, association, joint interest. 2. Law. A. The relations subsisting between partners. B. The contract creating this relation. C. An association of persons joined as partners in business. So there seems to be two different, and there's a lot of things that are different applications. The one I want to really sort of focus on is really the first one. State or condition of being a partner, participation, association, joint interest. That is the key word for me. A partnership is two or more people working together. So, right off the bat, I'm just going to tip my hand here. Because I've seen a couple of questions, well, not questions, a couple of arguments from the other side saying, if someone becomes inactive, it's not really harming anyone. If they're not actively streaming, there's no need to remove the partnership. Well, if only one side of the partnership is doing any work and doing what they said they would do, that's not a partnership. And indeed, it was actually quite surprising to me that a lot of people are like, no, you shouldn't lose your partnership. Because I'm like, if this was any other area of business, we would be flipping. You would lose. You would no longer be classed as a partner of that company. It's not an example that's sort of like particularly close to my heart, but an example would be like a football club. Liverpool Football Club have a number of partners that they work with for various things. If one of those companies stopped trading, Liverpool would not keep them on as a partner. They would go, no, you're not a company. You're not doing what you said you would do. You're no longer a company. You're no longer operating. You're no longer trading. We're not going to keep you as a partner. And for me, the same applies if a streamer is no longer streaming. As in, they have said, I am no longer a streamer. I do not stream. Why should they still be able to class themselves as a partner of Twitch? It makes no sense to me that that would be allowed. then that should be allowed. Now, somebody messaged me on Discord. They are a streamer, but they've asked for them to be anonymous. And they said it's like, Twitch partner not having specifications is like unheard of anywhere else. I'm beginning to think that might not be the case anymore, given the amount of kickback that there was regarding Discord. But yeah, if a business stopped trading, they would not still be counted as a partner of another business. They would be like, no, you're out of our partnership agreement. You're out of our partnership program because you no longer, you no longer trade. You're no longer doing what you said you would do. Now, I know streamers aren't businesses. Streamers are individuals, so there is a little bit of a difference. But I still think it applies. You stop being a streamer, why would you be in the partnership program of a streaming service? So let's look at what Twitch say about it. Let's see what Twitch say regarding the partner program. So they state, and this is from the Twitch partner program webpage. Says, the Twitch partnership program is for those who are committed to streaming and ready to level up from affiliate. If you love sharing what you do with a live community and have built up a sizable audience on Twitch or other services, we want to hear from you. Now, here again, if you love sharing what you do with a live community, that is an ongoing process. That even the way that it is worded is very deliberately says this is an ongoing process. If you stop streaming, as in you quit streaming, not take a break, not have a day off, but actually say, I am no longer a streamer. You are no longer sharing what you do with our live community. No. Even if, and let's go back to the very first sentence. Twitch partnership program is for those who are committed. Not have been committed in the past, but don't do it anymore. Not, well, there is no other not. But basically that, who are committed, a continuing effort and commitment to streaming. This is who the Twitch partner program is for. If you no longer stream, if you have quit streaming, you are no longer committed to streaming. Therefore, by Twitch's own definition, the partner program is no longer for you. Ergo, you should no longer be a Twitch partner. It just makes sense to me. Now, this is where I think some of the issues come in, because how do you... And you have to, so slightly within to a limit, do this. And I say to a limit because I'll come on to that in a moment. How do you objectively measure commitment? Now, to even apply for partnership in Twitch, you have to hit certain criteria. So you could argue, and I guess for the purposes of this video, I am going to argue, Twitch have come up with an objective set of criteria to measure commitment. And what I mean by that is they have goals that can be measured, and then those figures taken and applied to the partner program. So Twitch's partner requirements is over 30 days, over a period of 30 days. You must stream for 25 hours. You must stream on 12 different days, and you must have a concurrent viewership of 75 viewers, average 70 viewers, excluding hosts, raids, and external embeds. Now, these are arbitrary figures. These are obviously figures that Twitch have come up with, and they feel matches what they would consider to be a suitable level of commitment for being a partner. Now, average of 75 viewers doesn't show commitment because that is partly out of your control. I think Now, this is just me speculating at this point, because it also comes back to what I said about a definition of partnership earlier, is that that's there to show you are bringing viewers into the Twitch ecosystem. You are bringing something to the table. And they want their partners to be bringing an average of 75 viewers a month to the table. That's why I think that's there. Because I'm not a partner, but I meet the only criteria that's stopping me from being a partner is the average of 75 viewers. That's what's letting me down. In terms of that, I don't feel let down by anybody who comes into my stream at all. But in terms of being able to get partner, that's I am not meeting an average of 75 viewers. But I stream for 25 hours over 30 days. I stream for 12 days, on 12 different days over 30 days. And I was doing that even when I was working at a full-time job. So those two, if you're dedicated to streaming and want to really make your streaming your career, those two should not be a problem at all for you. And I make that point because I think if you are still committed to streaming, and you are committed to streaming, then maintaining that should not be a problem at all. Which is also key, because I don't think that, coming back to my point about how you objectively measure commitment, if we're going into maintenance, I don't think that the maintenance should be as high as the application. And what the figures should be, I don't know. I mean, me personally, I would probably make it somewhere between 50 to 75% of the application requirements. But that's just me personally. Again, that's just an arbitrary figure. But that would be an objective way of measuring your level of commitment. It's there for applying. And everything I've said regarding commitment being an ongoing process, that could be a measurement. Now, what I want to sort of stress here is that whilst even these figures here are not completely hard and fast, there's no guarantee that even if you hit these figures, you will be accepted as a partner. So on the flip side, even if you're not hitting the arbitrary figure, that if it gets set, I would take the arbitrary figures I've set. I'm not saying that if you don't hit those, you lose your partnership. It puts you at risk. There are a lot of other factors that go into whether Twitch want you as a partner, and those factors should again come into whether you maintain your partnership. Now, you can lose your partnership. I want to stress this, because when you enter into a partnership agreement with Twitch, you have entering into a contract. In fact, any streamer is technically entering into a contract. You use their service, you are binding by their terms and conditions, and if you breach their terms and conditions, they can stop you using the service, ban you for a finite amount of time, ban you for an indefinite amount of time, and can remove your partnership. So you can lose your partnership even if you hit these figures, as Twitch have shown recently regarding all the abuse allegations. Whether they're applying it evenly and consistently and quickly is another argument. But they have done it. So with regards to these figures I've proposed, that would just maybe put you at risk. Twitch could then go in and look at, okay, why are you not hitting these numbers? So why are you not hitting these numbers? Now, because some people have sort of said to me, it could be countless reasons someone can't stream for a while. They've had a child, they could have been in an accident. Why should they be punished for that? And then the natural, albeit reactionary, defensive answer will be as well. They shouldn't, but that could be taken into account. Twitch could look at that and go, okay, you're not hitting these figures. Why aren't those figures? Oh, you've had a child, you've had an accident. There's other things that they can then take into account before deciding to remove your partnership for because you're not meeting the requirements. There's always a level of flexibility, and there should always be a level of flexibility. But there should always be, I think, a risk that if you are not maintaining your commitment, you should not be part of the Twitch program, Twitch partnership program. And I genuinely believe, I strongly believe that. Because of what a definition of a partnership is, because of what Twitch is going to bring for you. You do have benefits that only partners get. Whether whether they're good, whether they're sufficiently different from affiliate, again, a separate argument, but there are benefits. Twitch will provide these to partners, so why shouldn't you be required to continue bringing something to the table? As I said, everything. So it looks to me. Sorry, I'm just gonna make anti-backhand gel on my hands. It seems to me that they are there. They're just not crystallized. They're just not sort of like, explicitly stated. It's all sort of hinted at, which may be very deliberate. If it's only hinted at, then there are different ways to interpret it, which then gives Twitch some wiggle room. But I think, ultimately, it comes down to, for me, if you are no longer streaming, if you do not stream, not I am having to take a break because I've had a child, as in you are no longer streaming. Streaming is not something that you do at all. It might be that you stream less than what you did. Things like that. If you are not streaming at all, then yes, you should lose your partnership. And I still think there should be some level of objectively measurable figures that are used when making these decisions. Now, somebody on the streamer who messaged me on Discord did pitch an idea. Where is it? Go on a year-to-year basis. I can go with that. Over the course of a year, you have to have averaged this. Now, that could be, they could do a review 6 months into that and go, hey, you're not meeting the requirements here, something you might want to look at. And not in terms of the way Discord do it, or the way Discord say they're going to do it, is not going to remove them without ample warning. If they've not reached the partnership requirements for 4 weeks, they'll email them. If they haven't reached them for a full 8 weeks, then they'll receive a final notice. That to me is, that's quite fair. It's like, over the course of the year, you have to have hit certain targets. As I said, average number of viewers, just for argument, average number of viewers, hours streamed and different days streamed. If after 6 months at the moment you've not hit them, it's like, hang on a minute, you're only streaming for X number of lower days, you're not bringing in the viewers, you're not streaming the number of hours, then they go, hang on, you're not meeting your requirements here. then there can be some dialogue as to why that is. Now, it could be that they've just not hitting those requirements. And then if there's an active engagement, as in, Twitch can see they are actively trying to improve. They are streaming more and more days. They're streaming for more hours. They are, that can all be taken into account. But I think, again, at the risk of repeating myself, and I hope I made the point, but I'm just going to repeat it. If you are no longer a streamer, you should not be part of the Twitch partnership program. You should be removed if you were. I also think there should be some measurement of maintaining the commitment and showing that you do love sharing what you do with a live community as per Twitch's own partnership definitions. I think that's it for me. Any questions, comments, drop them down below. DM me on Discord, Twitter, my website, whether you agree, disagree. Guys, let me know. I'll see you in my next video. Thank you very much for listening, and you guys enjoy the rest of your day.